Hello, everybody, and happy National Good Neighbor Day. That is a real holiday that I did not make up myself, and I celebrate it. And I wanted to celebrate with you with a surprise Bloobsday video. So let's get to the Bloobsday challenge. Today's challenger is this is from Amazon or Whole Foods, 365 Whole Foods Market, organic Greek yogurt, low-fat dessert bar, and it is blueberry flavored. So that is our challenger, and today's Bloobs are from Peru. They are family tree brand Jumboz. We got the big boys today. So, I have already, unfortunately, let this bar get a little on the melty side while I was getting things together for this video. So please do not judge by the meltiness of it. But this is what she looks like. It's got like swirls of darker like blueberry through it. I'm keeping the wrapper on because it's like, it really is quite melty. But it stays pretty not melty for a long time. I've had it sitting out for a minute. So that's what it looks like on a stick. Obviously, normally if it's not melty, you can just unwrap it and eat it, but I'm gonna have to carefully take the bite. I should have just refroze them before I made the video, but I didn't. Okay, this is delicious. It's delicious and I am messy. Excuse me. But it is super good. Okay. I used to eat regular, not frozen yogurt. Excuse me. I'm still eating it. Quite regularly for most of my life until about the last, I'd say 10 or 12 years. And when I found out a lot of things about yogurt and sort of the environmental cost of production of yogurt, and so I mostly don't eat it now. But I always used to love the flavor of blueberry yogurt because it doesn't exactly taste quite like blueberries, but it's got a really, really good flavor, and it is a blueberry flavor, but it's, you know what I mean, it's like, it's also yogurt flavored and like sugar flavored. But so this bar, honestly, a lot of times when I've had quote unquote frozen yogurt, like at, you know, Yogurt Land or like Menchie's or whatever, it doesn't usually taste very much like what I think of yogurt tasting like when it's not frozen. I think a lot of that has to do with, I'm like trying to get everything out of this. It's like, it's fully just juice now. It's like, there we go. This video is unhinged. So anyways, a lot of times frozen yogurt doesn't really taste to me exactly like yogurt. And again, I think it's because they put more sugar and stuff when they're making it into a dessert than they do when they're making it into regular yogurt, which is supposed to sort of be like part of your meal or your breakfast or whatever. So they're like, it doesn't have so much sugar, even though honestly that's what I'm saying about yogurt. It kind of always does. Commercially prepared yogurt anyways. But anyways, that is the blueberry bar. These are quite delicious. Again, you can see on the packaging how the swirl is on there. And it's made with real organic blueberries and low-fat Greek yogurt. It is certified organic. And again, this is something you can get from either Amazon Fresh or Whole Foods Market. And so I think it should be available nationwide, but don't quote me on that. I'm not Amazon. So that is our challenger. Quite delicious, quite refreshing, quite sweet, quite blueberry-ish, and very tasty. Now, let's get to our champion. Actual bloobs. In this case, the very bloobtastic Jumbos. These are from Peru. Peru is got a long-standing history of providing us with some very fine blueberries. So, without further ado, I'm going to pop a couple of these boys in my mouth and see what happens. Mmm. You hear that crunchiness? That's what the Jumbos will always give you, is that really crunchy, crisp bite. And a really intense, delicious blueberry flavor. Now, one thing I find interesting is that these Jumbos, they're from Peru. They're family tree brand. They're not the same as the sweetest batch, which is the Driscoll's blueberry brand of the large blueberries, because the sweetest batch are grown exclusively in Mexico, and they are a variety of blueberry that has been developed by the Driscoll's company, and not only produced for, like, I'm saying bread, but it's like, it's not breeding when it's plants, more of like, what's the word, cultivated for not just the size of the large size, but in the case of the sweetest batch, it's also for the sweetness with the size. Now, in the case of these Jumbos and a lot of the other large size ones that are grown in other places or not by Driscoll's, they're not quite as sweet because they are larger. Which is something that you find with any blueberries, is usually when you go up in size, you kind of go up in tartness. But these are perfectly balanced. They're very sweet, but just slightly tart. They're crunchy. They're large. There's like, I'm looking through the whole entire container, and like, the presentation is very fine. There's almost none. I really have not come across in this package even one with either bruising or mold, which, to go through an entire, how many ounces? 9.8 ounces of bloobs without having any mold or bruising, or even just like really soft, weird ones, is like, boop, thumbs up. That's amazing. So I think, although these bars are delicious, and I'm not counting it against it because it was melted, because that was my fault, not the bar's fault. And I do recommend those bars. As always, our winner and still champion of the Bloobsday challenge is actual bloobs. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Happy National Good Neighbors Day. Actually, it's not with an S. Happy National Good Neighbor Day if you're in the U.S. and everywhere. I mean, it's a U.S. holiday, but I'm sure it wouldn't be very neighborly of us if we were like, you can't celebrate it if you're somewhere else. And most of all, happy Bloobsday. I love you. Have a great one.